Hey guys, I'm in the car today. I'm going to do a very quick Real Housewives of Atlanta review of the reunion. Season 10, part 2 of the reunion, you guys. Did y'all watch it? What did y'all think of it, you guys? Overall, you know, they kept hyping this whole confrontation between Nene and Kim. So I kept waiting for that. It was kind of like I felt like I was, you know, watching the reunion, but I was so anticipating when that was going to happen that I couldn't really focus on what was going on. I kept feeling like, okay, get to the good stuff. And they showed Kim arriving with Croy pretty early on, you know, in her sweatpants and all, whatever she was wearing. And I'll just give you the highlights. Overall, okay, let me give you the highlights. Okay, so they have Portia apologizing to Kandi again. And you can tell Portia's just over it, y'all. I mean, she's just like, how many times have to apologize? She listened to what Kandi said, and Kandi, you know, she starts crying, trying to explain to Portia yet again why she felt like Portia didn't fully understand the magnitude of what her lie could have done. And I think Portia gets it. I think she's just done, you know. So she apologized again and said, look, from my heart or whatever, you know, here you go. So Andy asked Kandi, can she accept it? You know, is it done? And, you know, Kandi was kind of like, you know, I don't know that it'll be done for Kandi. But I don't think what Kandi did say is that she doesn't want to talk about it again. She doesn't want anybody else bringing it up again. She doesn't want to relive it. And I can understand that. You know, it's over. It's resolved. So let's just let it die. They went into Marlo. They started asking her, you know, where she got her money from. And Marlo had said that she dated a billionaire. And that this billionaire bought her houses and cars and her mom a house and all this stuff. And she said she has her own company called Simply Marlo LLC. And I had intended to look that up, but you know, the way my life is set up, I'm a little too busy for that. So if you looked up Simply Marlo LLC and it's something of interest, leave a comment below, let me know what it is. So anyway, they talked to her a little bit longer. They asked her about her charges because Kenya was kind of, something must have gone on between her and Kenya, and because Kenya was kind of throwing shade over to Marlo, and then Marlo must have said something that got edited out because Kenya says, I never slashed anyone's face though. So it seemed like it was a response to something that Marlo said, but it didn't go with whatever was previously being discussed. So then they went into Marlo's charges, and she said that her charges were pretty much minor, and then she kept getting violations after that. So I think she said she had 2 or 3 charges, maybe 3 or 4, but then because she kept having violations, it just kept growing. So she'd be in the club, and whoever she was having beef with would show up. That was a violation. See, she really downplayed it. I've never looked up her charges. I've seen a million of her mug shots, but I don't really know what her charges are. I did hear about her slashing someone's face though, which is not a violation, definitely a charge. So anyway, finally they get rid of Marlo. They're like, okay, thanks for playing, bye-bye. So then she leaves. They take a break, and in the break, Sheree goes to see Kim. And I was so annoyed, you guys, because Sheree is such, I mean, she's the bone carrier for a reason, but she's annoying about it, you know? And she basically went in, what is happening? I think I need to sit down. Anyway, so Sheree went to go see Kim and tell her what had happened in the reunion so far. Kim's like, what's going on? What's happening? And she was there to kind of relay everything that's going on. And they cross-cut it with Nene talking to, I can't remember who, if it was Cynthia or Kandi or who. And then, Nene was saying how Sheree isn't loyal to anyone on the show except for Kim, and Kim's not even on the show. And that's the thing, like, what is the deal with Sheree? Like, why is she so loyal to Kim? You know, like, why does she feel like she has to go and kiss up to her and tell her every single thing that's going on? Like, why is she Kim's do-girl? I really don't understand that. And somebody online had pointed out that, and I don't watch Tardy for the Party, but apparently she's never had Sheree on her show. You know, Sheree needed the money to pay for her Chateau Sheree. She could have used an extra paycheck. Never had her on the show. Kim had never been to Chateau Sheree, which most people hadn't been. And I believe Sheree's never been to Kim's house. So if neither one of them has visited each other's houses, Sheree's not on Kim's show even as a visitor. How are they good friends? Like, it's so fake and it's so played out, and it's very, very annoying. So she's in there telling her everything. Sheree was telling Kim that she thinks everyone just wants to hold her accountable. And Corey says, what are they holding her accountable for? And I'm thinking, Corey, really? You don't watch the show? You don't know? Maybe he doesn't know. But, I mean, ridiculous. Eva comes out briefly, y'all. She's very pregnant. She's having contractions. They're 10 minutes apart. Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine is her doctor. She's on call, on standby, and she could go any minute. So they had her out there for like 5 seconds to talk to Cindy about, where'd that come from? Cynthia about Will. And they ask her what's the difference between her asking or telling Cynthia about Will dating someone and Shamia asking her about her dating Missy Elliott. And she says the difference is that what Shamia asked was a rumor, and what she asked or told Cynthia about was a fact because she saw with her own 2 eyes, and Will even confessed to dating somebody. So Cynthia to this day is still defending Will. Like, what is going on with that? I don't understand it. You know, they're not together anymore, and they even asked her, did she care that he lied to her? Because, you know, she said all she cared about was, you know, was he dating that girl at the same time she was dating him? That's all she cared about. And they said, you know, they asked her, when did you date Will, or when was that party? And Cynthia said it was June. So then they asked Eva, well, when was the politician's party or whatever? And she said it was June. So he was dating her at the same time. And yet Cynthia still was like, oh, well, I don't understand. Like, what is really going on? So anyway, they're broken up. Eva left because, you know, like I said, she's having contractions. She's got to get out of there. And that was into that little segment. They went into they showed some unseen before footage from Barcelona. Excuse me. And do you guys remember that For the D challenge that came out? I think it was a couple months ago. I don't remember if it was during the holidays. I don't remember, but apparently Candy had written a little rap for everybody for the For the D challenge from everybody's perspective. That was really funny. So if you didn't see it, you need to go check it out. I didn't write it down or anything, but it was pretty clever. And they showed that on the reunion, and then Candy even wrote one for Andy too, so that was pretty cute. Okay, finally Kim comes out, and there's 13 minutes left in the episode, and I'm excited, y'all. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be good. You guys, it immediately devolves into yelling and cussing and talking over one another. I couldn't hear anything. There was a confrontation about the picture Kim took of Nene in the handicap space. Kim lies her butt off the whole time she's out there. She never saw Nene at the mall. She didn't take the picture. Somebody sent her the picture. And y'all, the editors were ready. They showed the flashback of her telling Sheree that she saw Nene at the mall, that she didn't say anything to Nene, that she took the picture herself. She showed Sheree the picture. I mean, everything that she was confronted about, she lied about. And it was just like typical Kim, you know, like typical Kim. Then this is something that I didn't know about. Evidently, Kim and Sheree were on some show, and they were talking about Cynthia. And Kim made the comment that it's a good thing that Cynthia is pretty because she doesn't know what would have become of her in life. So Cynthia first, you know, confronted Kim about her telling her to, you know, be quiet when they were at that cleansing thing with Mbele. And, you know, Kim tried to, you know, oh, you're beautiful though, and it's a compliment. You know, she tried to spin it, didn't stick. Then Cynthia confronted her about saying, you know, what about me being pretty, not having, and she confronted Sheree, you know, about her and Sheree saying that. Why did you say that, you know, it's a good thing I'm pretty because what else would I have done with my life? And Sheree's like, I don't remember saying that. And she said, I said that. And they showed a flashback of some online interview they had done together, Kim and Sheree, where sure enough, plain as day, Kim said that. Sheree laughed, as in, you know, co-signing. And then Sheree's like, well, I only remember remember what I need to remember. I didn't remember that. And, you know, Kim was, I don't remember saying that. I don't even know the question. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd have to see it, you know. Just lied all the way through her time out there, you know. And like I said, she and Nene had gotten into it. And to me, when it devolves into the yelling and the cussing, and between the beeping out of the language and them speaking over one another, I can't even hear. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what's going on. And it's just not as entertaining for me. So during the whole fight between Cynthia confronting Kim and Cynthia being offended, Kim was saying, look, I love you. I just don't think you have a backbone. And Cynthia says, well, I don't think you have any class. Boom. So I don't know, you guys. Andy did ask Kim, you know, what's the end game on the lips, because they're all commenting on how big her lips were. I think next week's going to be pretty good. I hope, you guys. I think since it's the third part of the reunion, they're going to focus on the confrontation between Nene and Kim. I don't think it's going to go very far, because they've already shown the previews of Nene getting up and Kim saying, up, she got up, I'm gone. And Kim is, you know, she's queen of running off and, you know, whatever. And so I just don't think it's going to last very long. I don't know how they're going to squeeze or stretch that into an hour, but I'm pretty sure. Well, Candy's supposed to confront Kim too, but I mean, overall, I haven't really been as entertained by this season, and the reunion's kind of boring to me too. And I just really, I hope that the part 3 is interesting. I hope I get to hear what's going on. But what has been you guys' opinion of this reunion so far, or the season in general? Like, have you been impressed? Have you been entertained by it? I mean, I'm always on, I mean, I am loyal to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I generally like that franchise, and I watch it season after season. But I mean, it's almost like I just watch it because I'm loyal to it. I don't really get a lot out of it. Like, I love New York. I get so much more out of that. Married to Medicine was off the chain last season. The Real Housewives of Potomac is good. There are so many other shows that are better than the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They've been #1 for so long. They hold on to the spot. But I bet you a lot of people are like me, where they're just loyal and they're used to it being really good, so they keep watching it thinking it's going to be good. But I don't know. I'm bored by it now. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. And then I heard they're bringing on a new housewife next year, and I don't know if they've announced it yet. I think there's supposed to be a blog written up about it on Straight From the A. I haven't read it or checked or anything, but apparently this person's never done reality TV. They're supposed to be ratchet. I don't know, y'all. I just really feel like, to me, the show is going down. It's not where it used to be. I hope they bring back Phaedra, maybe for the because she did add some entertainment to it. I don't know what's happening with Kenya. Supposedly she's pregnant with, well, she did an audition on the first review of the part 1. She's pregnant, and who knows how that's gonna go. Is she fired or is she not fired? I mean, there's rumors about it, but I just don't know, y'all. I don't really need to watch a show all about just Nene or Candy and Cynthia. Don't care about Shamia or Marlo. I do not care for Marlo. I like Eva enough, but I mean, I don't need to see Eva with her new baby either. That's like Megan Edmonds with her new babies. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. I'm generally unimpressed at this point. I'm hanging on by a thread. I hope that it picks up. It needs to get back to being good again. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in part 3.